Hi guys, welcome to Slow and Steady with Andy. I'm Andy, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my most recent grocery haul as somebody who is on Mounjaro, my GLP-1 journey. I'm a type 2 diabetic, and while I don't follow any type of particular trendy, restrictive type of diet, I do tend to eat or try to eat pretty healthy. And another thing I just want to share with you as you continue to watch my grocery hauls, I don't, I watch a lot of other people's grocery hauls. I love watching grocery hauls. And I do notice that for most people, they tend to share with you their weekly meal plan to go along with that weekly grocery haul. And that is just really not how we shop around here. With the way I shop, I'm mainly just trying to replenish things that we may have run out of. I try to buy meats in bulk when I find them on sale. So you really won't see meat too routinely in my grocery hauls unless it happens to be a week where I find a local store has it on sale and I get a lot of it. I'll get enough to last us, 2 or 3 months. Um, and then mainly everything else you will see are either something I find that's new to me and I'm really wanting to try, or it's just restock, like I said, restocking what we have routinely. We are very much creatures of habit around here. We eat a lot of the same types of things. So you may or may not see a variety of things very often, but this is realistic. This is our life. This is my life. And I'm just sharing that with you and hope you like it. So I'm going to be showing you an Aldi haul first and then what I got most recently from Sam's Club. So let me just turn this camera around and show you what we got.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay.
We are going to start with the Aldi haul, and also I got just a couple items from Dollar Tree. So let me go ahead and just show you those. I don't do much shopping at Dollar Tree anymore just because I don't know, Dollar Tree with all their price changes, they just have made me not happy with them. But you can still find some good deals in the food aisles. I mean, at least now. And one of those is this Kikkoman Sriracha. It says hot chili sauce, but you guys, isn't all sriracha hot? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if there's something different about this sauce. Maybe it's hotter than normal sriracha. I don't know, but it's 10.6 ounces. So I thought that was still a pretty good deal for $1.25 for a Kikkoman's brand item. And then the other thing from Dollar Tree, if you can find these, I think these are still a good deal. They were still priced at $1.25, and these cans are pretty big. They are 28 ounce or 1 pound, 12-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes with basil. And this brand I see in a lot of other stores for more than $1.25. So these are something I like to keep in my pantry on hand for if I'm wanting to make more of a homemade sauce. They're just here, always on hand. So I got 4 of those. And then let's move on to Aldi. So these are pretty much a buy every week because if you watched my last grocery haul, I showed you um, the chicken maple sausages that I get from Walmart. And a couple days a week, I will make for breakfast, I will do basically egg McMuffins. So I really like the Aldi English muffins, and for the price, they're really pretty much the cheapest around. So there we go. All right, so for the next item, they had a pretty good deal on the blackberries this week. So I did go ahead and pick up one of them. I wish now I would have picked up 2 because after tasting them, they did taste pretty good, but I didn't want to get two and then them not be very ripe tasting, because that has happened. But they look really, really good this week. So I did get those. And then the raspberries were also on an Aldi deal. So I got one of so I got some of those. This was a new item for me. This is the imitation of the Prime hydration sticks, and I really like the blue raspberry, but the Prime, they're like $8 to $9 for a box of these. So, I mean, these are still a little pricey, but compared to the Prime brand, they're definitely a lot cheaper. So I'm going to try those out. And there are 6 packets in here. Now, I like the Prime hydration sticks compared to some of the other brands, especially brands that you'll hear about on a lot of like YouTube channels. I think one of them's like Element or something like that, but there's like 3,000 milligrams of salt in one packet. And you'll find out about me the more you watch me. I am not about the sodium. I like to try and watch the sodium. So I really like the Prime brand, and when I looked at the ingredients on the Aldi one, they were very similar. So there's only 40 milligrams of sodium in here, but this has 700 milligrams of potassium, and then some really good amounts of the other vitamins. So yeah, that is why I like getting the Prime ones. And then we got some grapes. Right now I'm noticing, or at least the past few weeks, that these red ones have been really tasty, the sweet ones. I tried the green ones and they weren't very good. So yeah, got some more grapes. And then this is pretty much a regular buy. Aldi has the lower sodium lunch meat in the turkey breast, the oven roasted turkey breast, and they have the uncured smoked honey ham. And these are like the family size, kind of like the Hillshire Farms family size, 15 ounce. And I also like that, just like the Hillshire brand, that they have 2 separate little packages in here. So a lot of times, like, I'll keep one package at home, and then the hubby can take one with him in his work truck. So one of each of those. I got these jalapenos this week because I'm going to be making in the Instant Pot a recipe, just a simple recipe using dried pinto beans. And I love the flavor of jalapenos with pinto beans. So yeah, I just picked these up. And then I also got this container, 8-ounce container of baby Bella mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I love having these. What I'll do is I'll clean them up, slice them up, and then have them ready to go through the week. So when I'm making some type of eggs for breakfast, I can just throw in the mushrooms ready to go. And just, it's a time saver for me having all my like vegetables that I like throwing in with my eggs and egg whites, ready to go. So there we go. And this is a weekly buy for me. Sometimes I buy 2 bags, but I still have some left over from last week. So I just bought the one. This is a 3-cup bag. What is it? 8-ounce bag of the little salad bar spinach. And this is another staple with my breakfast, with my eggs. I love having eggs with sauteed spinach. And I showed you guys in a couple videos ago. If you haven't watched it, I'll try to remember to link it up above, showing you one of my go-to scrambled eggs and spinach type of breakfast recipes. And I got, actually I got 2 of these, but Matt already took a bag for his work truck. These are the Mama Cozy's turkey pepperoni. He wanted me to pick up some more pepperoni because he plans on taking a package of bagels with him to work this week. And he's going to like have mozzarella cheese and some sauce on hand just to make kind of like big old pizzas. So yeah, I actually got two of these. And personally, I prefer the taste of the turkey pepperoni compared to the pork pepperoni. I don't know. I just think it has a lot more flavor. And next are these wraps. These are sun-dried tomato, zero cholesterol. You get 6 tortillas in here. I love the sun-dried tomato. So they have the sun-dried tomato flavor, and then they have like a spinach flavor. And usually all the spinach flavors are still on the shelf, and there aren't any of these, but I got lucky and found these. But I really like these just for making sandwiches, or even I will cook up egg whites and put some turkey lunch meat in there with my egg whites and some cheese and some spinach, and just make an easy breakfast wrap like that. But there's 210 calories to one wrap. That's a little bit high. So it is something where if I'm using these, whatever I'm going to put in the inside, I want to keep those things like pretty low calorie, but I don't know. I like them. And another thing you will learn with me is that everything is in moderation. I do not restrict myself. I try to watch, and I do watch what I eat and choose healthy choices. But I find that now that I have just now that I don't have in my head that I'm restricted of carbs and restricted off this and restricted off that, I find that I don't really crave anything that isn't on the healthier side, or I tend to make decisions for healthier food much easier. So, anyway, I know. Um, I needed to get some carrots and some celery because I'm going to be making beef stew. Today is Sunday when I'm filming this, so I'm going to make us a nice Sunday beef stew for dinner. And it's a pretty big bag. This is a 2-pound bag of carrots. And then the celery, it's a huge stalk. I don't know, does it even have a weight on here? It's it's big. So that's a good price for just a huge stalk of celery like that. I'll probably end up cleaning it up, cutting it up, and sending some celery sticks with Matt for the week. And then here is the pizza sauce that we got for him. I've bought this brand. They usually have another brand too there. It's the same size jar, costs about 30 cents more, and it does taste really good. But I think this tastes really good too. So if you have side by side two things that are similar, I'm usually going to pick the one that's cheaper. But this is 14-ounce traditional pizza sauce, and he's going to be taking it with him to go on his big old pizzas. And I did get it. I did end up getting two of those just so I can have one on hand in the cupboard. So the last thing, I thought I had two of these, but I don't know. Maybe two of these, but we for sure have one here. This is just a jar of the Reggiano marinara pasta sauce. And right now, usually I keep a lot of pasta sauce in my pantry because I use it for a lot of different recipes. And I was down in my pantry, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't believe it, but I'm almost out. I think I have like one jar left, which is crazy. So I need to look around, hunt around for local sales. I usually try to hold out for when I catch these. I really don't care what brand they are, usually just an off brand. But I like stocking up on them when I can find them for like under $1.25 or under. I will stock up and definitely have these on hand. So that is everything from Aldi and Dollar Tree. All right, so this is everything from Sam's Club, and I'm going to try to get through this kind of quickly so I can get this stuff put away and in the freezer. Okay, so This is pretty much a regular find around here, especially if our daughter is around more often because she just loves these. So I feel like this is the best deal you are going to find anywhere for the big bags of the Baby Bells. There are These bags have 26 Baby Bells in there for the price that you will see. I will definitely post all the prices as they go along. They had the Kerrygold butter on sale this week, so I grabbed it from here. Usually I get it from Aldi, but even Aldi prices on their Irish butter is going up, so this was actually a really good deal this week. I needed some more grated Parmesan cheese. I use this. Obviously, we use this for like on pasta, but I love sprinkling this on my broccoli and I don't know, other things. So, yeah, got this big container of it. It's a 1 pound, 8 ounce container of the Members Mark grated Parmesan cheese. And then the next thing is this 4 pound bag. This is a huge bag. And this is the triple berry blend. This is my 3 favorite berries. I love these berries even more than strawberries. So it's blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. And I don't know about you guys, but around here, it seems like blackberries are always really expensive. I mean, even blueberries and raspberries for that matter. So this 4 pound bag for the price is really, really amazing. There are no added sweeteners in here, and these are just such a good way to get fiber into your diet, and they taste delicious. So the next thing that is a regular buy here, I want to say we probably buy 2 of these a month, are the Tyson grilled sweet teriyaki chicken thigh fillets. And I I try to let everybody know that if you are going to buy these, the only way to cook them is in the air fryer. You have to like let them cook to a point where the edges start getting kind of blackened and crispy, and to me that's when they taste delicious. Otherwise, if you just microwave them, I don't like them. I feel like they're too, I don't know, like jiggly or fatty feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but I like it, like I said, in the air fryer, and I just think they're delicious. And always have these with, um, I always have these with broccoli and a side of brown rice with quinoa. It's just, it's like my favorite go-to meal. And then if you did see my last grocery haul, I got some of these, and I still have some of these. I haven't even opened that last bag yet. But this is the last couple of days that this is on sale. And even at regular price at Sam's, this is just such a good deal because it is a huge bag. It's a 3 pound bag of the real good lightly breaded chicken breast chunks. This is another thing that I swear by cooking it in the air fryer so it comes out really crispy, and I use these on salads throughout the week. They're just so delicious. 23 grams of protein per serving, 4 net carbs. So if you are somebody who's, trying to really watch your carbs, this is definitely a great alternative to the regular battered type of chicken. So, yes. And then this is absolutely a regular buy from Sam's. This is a huge bag of their broccoli florets. There are 4 individual bags inside of here. That's why I really like it, because they are broken down into 4 bags. And I was so happy to see that they had these this week, because last week I went to Sam's and I was going to stock up on a couple bags of these. And I don't know what was going on, but Sam's was cleared out of any type of frozen fruit or frozen veggie. I'm thinking they must have had a problem with their coolers, but I kind of panicked a little bit. But they are back, and I love these so much. And of course, this isn't a food item, but it's definitely a necessity around here. And we always get the Members Mark Ultra Premium Bath Tissue. You get 45 rolls of these, 235 sheets per roll. I think these are our favorite of all the even name brands. They're soft, and I really don't think you can beat the price of how many rolls you get of these. Okay, the next thing is this package of Backyard Farms Fresh Leafy Greens, the spring mix. This is a 12-ounce container, so it's a pretty decent sized container, and I love spring mix. And I think what I'm going to do is cut up my regular iceberg lettuce and mix in some of this just to make it go further. But I just I've always tended to like the lettuce greens that just have more flavor than iceberg. But for some reason, I have been on an iceberg kick ever since being on Mounjaro. I've just been craving more of the like crispy lettuce, but I don't know. Anyhow, I do like the mixed greens, and these have a lot more nutrients than the iceberg lettuce. And the next thing is this box of Chobani 20-gram protein. These are high protein, low fat Greek yogurt. Um, this particular package only has two flavors. It has vanilla and cherry berry. My hubby and I both thought that the cherry berry sounded really good. We've never had that flavor, so that's why we went with this box this week. And let me just turn it around so I can share the calories that are in each of these, some of the macros. Yogurt is definitely a go-to part of my meals throughout the week. And the last two things, we got another bag of Doritos. Actually, we got two bags of Doritos. My hubby will take one of the bags with him over the road when he goes to work, and then the other bag will stay here if I want some, or if our daughter is here, they're ready to go for her to snack on some. And then this is a pretty regular buy, but because it's just a huge jar and there's only two of us here, this will last us a really long time. But uh, it's just crazy to me, even with inflation over the years. I think the price of this massive jar of pickles is still just incredible. This is a 1 gallon jar of really big pickles. Not much more to say about that. All right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging with me, watching this grocery haul. And I just realized that my little rocket is sitting on top of my Craft and Go face painting cart, which is on top of the dining room table. So I will have to have a talk with him after this video. But thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me. If you like watching these types of videos, definitely give this a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this video, throw me a grocery cart emoji in the comments, or any type of food emoji in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, you guys, remember, keep it slow, keep it steady. Bye!
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year.